have a mission to see people safely through a procedure, to holistically treat them psychologically as well as physically, to help them to accept those things that we can't change and to improve those things we can if we can do it safely.
For more than 20 years, Dr. Richard Clark has perfected the art of bringing out the true beauty in his patients.
I need to approach every patient like an artist approaching a canvas, and this is my work and my pride and my joy, and of course it's theirs as well, hopefully.
The change I wanted was so subtle, and that's why in the end I felt comfortable with Dr. Clark. I found him to take it very seriously, to give me what I wanted, so that was important.
I always had a weak chin, and someone said in high school that I looked like a goat, and I didn't want to look like a goat anymore. Dr. Clark was referred to us by my friends, and I found out later that he's one of the best surgeons in North America.
Dr. Clark is highly trained. He's certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery, is a clinical professor of plastic surgery at UC Davis Medical Center, where he teaches cosmetic surgery, and has taught rhinoplasty at Stanford University. He also lectures internationally to sophisticated plastic surgeons from around the world. Dr. Clark has also been sought out by media in Northern California because he has the reputation and qualifications as an expert in virtually all cosmetic procedures. He has not taken any shortcuts in his training, and to put it simply, his results speak for themselves.
The majority of my patients are well grounded, and they have an anxiety about something, whether it's their breasts are too droopy or too small or too large perhaps, or their tummy has got a pooch and their skin is hanging here or there, or too much fat here or there, or their nose is too large or too turned up, or whatever it is.
Dr. Clark was also the first to see the potential for Botox to help treat wrinkles. He wrote the first paper on the subject back in 1987.
I had a patient in 1987 who needed to have an asymmetry of her forehead treated because she was very animated on her right side and had nerve paralysis on her left side. It just occurred to me that this might just be the perfect thing for her, and I contacted the chief investigator with the FDA. He made me the first plastic surgeon to be an FDA investigator for Botox.
Though his office is located here in Sacramento, Dr. Clark actually has patients who come from as far away as London and Africa just because of the quality of his work. And yes, he also has patients who actually live in the so-called plastic surgery capital of the world, Beverly Hills, who make the trip north just to see him.
One of those patients, Shira Sanchez, is an actress and singer who lives in Los Angeles. Dr. Clark caught her eye because she saw his work online and was impressed with his reputation for providing scarless rhinoplasty, a topic Dr. Clark is passionate about.
So a lot of my referrals from different parts of the country have come from experts who know I do closed rhinoplasty. And if a patient particularly doesn't want to have that scar, then I may get that referral, and they may come quite a distance for that reason.
Shira made the trek from LA to see Dr. Clark for a breast augmentation procedure and to have work done on the tip of her nose. During this visit, she was only a week removed from her nose surgery. Shira's results are exactly what she had hoped for.
There's no scarring issues. I mean, I'm a week out of surgery, and of course I still have like some swelling like right here, but as the weeks go on, the smaller my nose is going to get. Being in the entertainment business, this is my bread and butter. This is how I'm going to make money. So if anything is not right, I'm not going to work in the business. I'm not going to sell records. I'm not going to be chosen for films. You know, so I really, really trust him.
When you see the results of his rhinoplasty work, you can easily see why Dr. Clark is in such high demand. Patient after patient will tell you this is the place to go to if you need exceptional and detailed work done on your nose.
Dr. Clark really spent a lot of time with me and had measured my face and my nose and really explained the whole process to me. But I never got nervous, and even when I came in here before my surgery, I had complete confidence that it was going to turn out the way Dr. Clark said it was, and it wasn't really that painful, and afterwards I healed really quickly, so it was a great experience.
Dennis White came to Dr. Clark for another reason. He had work done on his eyes, but really wanted to get rid of what he called his turkey neck. You can see the difference in how he looked before and after the surgery.
It was a one-day procedure right here in the office. People tell you that they don't think you're as old as you are, and that's always nice to hear.
Dr. Clark is a self-proclaimed perfectionist. He says it should go with the territory. To him, every detail matters. In fact, he taps into his artistic side and actually sketches out pictures of his patients to show them a unique perspective on exactly what they can expect from their procedure.
There's a terrific connection there with drawing out what you want to achieve, and you're bringing your hands and your mind together in an artistic manner before you proceed on to the patient in surgery.
He and his staff are committed to making a patient's experience a comfortable and safe one from start to finish. To this group, working with Dr. Clark is not a job, it's a family affair.
The people who work here genuinely are good people. They really do care about their ethics, and we feel like we're a family here.
Dr. Clark's team is so close, before every surgery they say a prayer together. They say it helps focus everyone on the task at hand, and they say it brings home the reason they show up to work every day, to provide a safe and natural-looking makeover and to change lives for the better.
If it's ever appropriate to have a spiritual influence, it's when you're entering someone's body and they're put to sleep and they are entrusting their life to you. It brings everybody into the same state of mind of recognizing that this is a human being that you're operating on when you say a prayer before you start the case.
From the comfortable waiting area in front and the pictures of his children throughout his office to the on-site and discreet operating room in the back, Dr. Clark and his staff have maintained a successful practice for decades. It's something he's grateful for and humbled by every time a patient chooses him to help them look and feel better about themselves.
It's a privilege. You know, I'm a lucky man.